Welcome back to Tom & Sense Motors. So in today's video, we are looking at the rear end of the 323i. This is obviously a before shot. That was the passenger. That was the driver. This is the passenger side. As you can see, just took everything out. The knuckles did have to be taken out because we had some issues, and that was just one. So you can see that bushing is gone compared to the other side. Yeah, that needed to be changed. So here I took, again, I had to take off the CV with the knuckle because I had a problem undoing the nut on both sides. This is obviously from the rear, and as you can see, it came out as one piece and wasn't too difficult to take off. You'll see soon coming up exactly why and what I had to do to get that nut off. So not just one side, but both. And yeah, I did get them off. Surprisingly, it wasn't that difficult. And here again, I've separated them, and you can see the dust shield is gone on the driver's side, the passenger side, and one of the other bushings was gone as well. Now, this unboxing here is done because of my birthday. My sister actually got this for my birthday, so I'm very fortunate that she was able to get this for me because this was a whole kit that she got off of Amazon, and it's just for the rear end. So again, the reasoning for this kit is because the rear end needed to be done. There was a constant noise, and I did not understand why it was happening. And not only that, but the parts on the rear end were completely stock. Nothing has been replaced up until this point. Now, in future videos, there might be upgrades on these parts themselves, depending on how long they last, right? You're buying from Amazon, you're not going to FPC Euro to get the actual kit. I know there's much better things out there, but again, I am trying to get this vehicle to a state where I could drive it on the daily, and if upgrades come along later when there is more finances available for it, I'm willing to do that. And that's not something I'm going to shy away from. But again, the reasoning for the kit is to upgrade the rear end, so at least we're stock or semi-stock. And again, this kit came with everything that I needed, and it was great because we did end up finding out why all that noise was happening, so you'll see later on in the video. And if you're enjoying this kind of content, thank you for liking and subscribing. Please comment down below if you've done something like this, or if you are thinking about doing something like this. So here you can see the whole kit. This kit was great. It did do the job. It really did. It was great to to receive and to be able to put back in together. Now here, all I'm doing is chasing a lot of the threads, making sure that the holes in the hubs are gonna be going back nicely. So as you can see, even did some cosmetic work just for my own peace of mind. And even on the inside here, as you can see, I cleaned it up and started to spray paint just so it looks that much nicer and neater. Now these hubs that I took, oh, and the CV axles also, I ended up cleaning up and dusting off and putting a little bit of paint just to some preventative maintenance. Now these hubs that I took apart, the CV axles, I had to take them to mechanic, and they actually pressed these bearings. So that was the reasoning for this whole project, is to be able to take out the bearings from the rear and replace them. Saved a whole lot of money that way. Now here I bought a piece to hopefully thread and fix that little puppy right there. However, the die, as you'll see, was not big enough. So did some finagling and things actually did work out. As you can see, those CV bearings do look a lot nicer, a lot cleaner than when I first took them off. I don't think they've ever been out of the hubs. And yeah, broke a bolt and had to buy a new one. Things like this happen all the time. Just little things. Those are the two bearings, those boxes. And again, I took those to a mechanic and he did that for me. He pressed all the bearings. And here I am just working it back and forth on the CV just to make sure that it's going to spin correctly. And again, I got very fortunate that it did. I did have a file, which is not in the video here. I don't show this, but I was using a file to be able to make sure that I could spin the nut on properly without issue on both of them. Well, actually I do. Well, here's the file, and here goes me filing. Well, or not. But that is the die that I purchased, the biggest one that they had. I don't know if it auto-focused or not, but it was a one size too small. The next size up, I don't think they even had in Peace River, and yeah, so unfortunately it did not work. But again, I got very lucky that the threads were not too mangled after I had to cut the previous nuts off. And here I go again with some more cosmetic work. So this is after the bearing or the knuckles got back from the mechanic. He did replace the bearings in the back and also a few bushings. So I added a little bit of paint and then I chased those threads as well. Made sure I cleaned up as best as I could, just so it looks a little bit nicer. I know nobody else is going to see it, but for my peace of mind, it's something I always like to do. If I can add a little bit of paint and do a little bit more cleaning, get some rust off, it can only be that much better. And again, here you see, just using those dies and taps, making sure that when I go to put it back together, I'm not going to be fighting it as much. They were actually pretty good. I didn't have to really force it. There were one or two after the spray paint that I did have to. But yeah, here's the finished product on the driver's side. So again, thank you for liking and subscribing, and we'll see you in the next video, which is gonna be a great one. See you soon.